How's it going, guys? Welcome to the Weeb Lounge. We're under construction. We are working on the streaming setup. We're working on the lounge itself. The mining room is under construction. There's things going all over the place, and it just feels like I have no time to do anything. Okay, let's go ahead and get a few things for the mining room out of the way first before we head back to the lounge there. There's not much going in here. We just added some fans to a few rigs. It's been warming up a little bit. We did get a 3070 Ti EVGA for the Win 3 edition in. This guy's mining right here. Just got him in. And that, along with the rest of our stuff, puts us at 66 cards. And because we added that, I actually had to turn dual mining off to make sure that I don't overload the circuit, because that rig with dual mining on would consume about 300 more watts, roughly, maybe about 250 or so. So I had to turn that off so I could fit that without anything going up in flames. And, you know, flames are bad unless you're cooking steak. I did earlier, it was good, but that's beside the point. So, other words, not much is going on here except relevant to the godlike build, this guy right here, we'll get to it. A lot of the components have come in, and I mean a lot of almost everything. We got the reservoir, we got all the pipe, and I ordered way too much. Look at this. This is a stupid amount of pipe. This is the hard acrylic bendable stupid. I ordered extra because I know some of them I'll probably melt and screw up, so I ordered some extra, but this is way too much. Like, maybe this 3 of these might do the whole rig, maybe 4. Not the rest. Well, at least I got some of them that are pre-bent. You know, they came that way, and they were cheap, so whatever. A whole bunch of fittings. Down here, we have 4 radiators in the back, the water block for the CPU, the pump, and the water blocks for the Supreme X3090s, 2 of them. And, you know, those, we got a couple extra things in a bundle. I will make use of those, but those are extra. I just wish Bixby didn't have this super generic packaging. I mean, look at it. You can't tell what it is. It says water block. For what? You just don't know. I think actually when you order, they put it together and pack it. I don't know how they do it. But anyways, you know, the EK, WB, YB, whatever the heck that cooling company is, I always stay away from them just because of expense. They have the high-end expensive, you know, like a Nike shoe. A Nike shoe and something for Payless more or less is kind of the same, but you're paying for the name, right? Same thing with that. But instead of $400 per water block for each GPU, because it's a water blocked on covered on both sides, it's like $170. So I'm paying less than half, and it's pretty much the same thing, I think. Well, whatever. I know they work. I've used them many a times, and that water-cooled rig over there is using all Bixby stuff. So they work. I know they work. So whatever. But besides that, there's not much else that we're going to be able to do down here in the mining room before we get more power added. And we've talked to somebody. We're getting a plan for them to add more power here and get these fans done and the boxes done and everything cleaned up. It's still a mess, it's still expanding, but it's definitely slowed down. So, but there is one thing though. I might force myself to buy another one of these 3070 Ti's, if I can, because I need what I want to refer to as the B card, the BIT, that card, the B card. That's just what I'm calling it. One where I can swap in to the rig at any moment, and you know, so I can take the old one out, do whatever I got to do, and then put it back in, and just, you know, have something that'll keep mining and take its place and hold its place without me having to redo a whole bunch of clocks and stuff. So, and I really want it to be a 3070 Ti from EVGA, because in terms of memory clock and core clock, and I can take them all the way to high whatever, and it works with pretty much a replacement for any of these. I can literally slap it in and just let it go. Might not be optimal, but I can slap it in, let it go, get my work done, change out thermal pads, do what I got to do, and then swap it back in when it's done, and never have to mess with the settings. So I might do that just out of convenience. Don't know. We'll see. In terms of a few other things, this is more regarding the streaming lounge. This guy, okay? I had to cut this. This used to come out here and blow cold air down here. This is the main home AC, right? I don't want that. This is the mining room or whatever. I want the mining room isolated. So I had to cut and get this just pointing that way. So we isolated that. But the airflow going through here isn't the greatest. So I bought a inline air duct, whatever the heck it is you want to call it. A big fan you put in the duct and it goes whoo, and you get more airflow. I got one of those coming and some other stuff. Air duct fan, whatever. It's it'll work, hopefully. But let's get someplace that's changing quite a lot. Oh boy, I am beat. I'm not gonna lie, I am so beat right now, but here's what I've been working on. Now, you guys would probably notice that if I put my camera right about here, or give or take, that's about the camera angle where I would be streaming when I was, live streaming the games and stuff. Or even in my Princess Connect reviews, if you go back and watch that, you'll kind of see that's where I'm sitting. Well, not anymore. We kind of shifted it over there. It seems like a small move, but I'll explain a few things. I'll just go over a few things. Okay. Continuing from the AC thing, this is the rest of the line. It goes like this. I want to extend that a little bit, push it down a little so we have a vent there. And I'm also putting a vent right around in here somewhere so that I get cold air, kind of drop it on me. During the winter, it's not a big deal down here, but during the summer, the airflow is kind of meh. It'd be way before the mining room and everything. I'll be doing a live stream before I ever did mining, and I'll be sitting down here playing WarZone or something, and I'll just start sweating because it starts to get hot down here. But with the fan boost and a little bit extra here, hopefully that fixes that. I really hope it fixes that, because that was all ripped apart of all the other things. I got so much crap laying around. As you can see, the TV is not going to be used anymore during the stream. I explained one reason why. Wow, that gets really okay. But I explained that once during the stream is I have to shop around for basically some fan art or something like that to kind of put behind there. For one, it takes a little bit of extra work. Two, that this model TV gets hot. I mean, it really does get hot. I don't know what the heck it's doing, but it's getting toasty. So, considering I've got the main computer and the streaming computer going, I don't really need more heat. So I'll save a little bit there, and electricity. A little bit of time, a little bit of heat, a little bit of electricity. And I actually had one person come onto the channel and be like, kind of chastise me because I don't credit the person who made the fan art, right? I have no problem crediting anybody with fan art. The problem is, who the hell made it? I'm Google image searching Danboru, Sankaku Complex. It's just, Bing. You can find some weird stuff there, but whatever. DuckDuckGo, and they don't have names associated with them. So yeah. So whoever decides to complain about that, sorry, but go blank yourself. I honestly don't care. Credit where credit's due, but it's out there. And if you're actually such a little bee to have to complain about that, then maybe you should look into doing something else with your life. Just saying. Okay, not trying to talk down on creators or anything, but when somebody has something in the background or whatever, leave it alone. If your art shows up in somebody's stream or some movie or something somewhere, don't be like my name and pay me or something. Just be like, hey, that's cool. Look, I made that. There. Be happy. Sheesh. But anyways, that was a rant I wasn't planning on going on. This is essentially the perspective that my camera's going to be. Let's see. Let me move over here. This is roughly going to be about it. Something like about there. Of course, without the microphone there. And I'm working on getting that angle down perfectly. Basically, obviously I sit there or whatever, but I'm going to be over just enough to where everybody can see the fancy little computer over here and all the good stuff around it. So I'm trying to get that taken care of. And this actually feels a lot better. It feels more closed in, but it almost feels more like a command center, to be honest. Let's see, what else we got going here? It's pretty much the same monitor setup, except for the one that was on the left, I had to move over on the right. Does that make sense? Okay, the gaming monitor was here, and the second gaming computer monitor was here. But now it's the streaming computer one, and I put it over there. So I'm confused. Whatever. Okay. Let's see. I always had a tendency against wireless stuff. So like my mouse that I had was always wired. The main keyboard I had was always wired. Now, G502 wireless, light speed, works really good. Got a stupid little charging base for it right here. The magnet just goes boop and it sits there. Seems small, but it works. And a Asus ROG, like, what is this thing? Crosshair 2 or whatever the heck 2? It's a really expensive keyboard. It's really nice. The 10 key thing here, it can come off and you can play without it, or you can put it over on this side and customizable, really, really soft thing. It feels really, really good. It's not a Crosshair 2. What the heck is it? Claymore 2. Asus Claymore 2 or whatever. It's really good. They're really expensive, but I found a refurbished one that was like half price. And, you know, I always used to be like, I don't buy refurb, used electronics, blah, blah, blah. I'm starting to get cheap, okay? The older I get, the cheaper I want to get, I guess. The computer has not changed. This is still the one that I use streaming for frickin' forever, but this will be going into the upstairs to be the new streaming PC. Well, home theater PC. And the godlike build will eventually get here and replace this. And if you think this is a little overkill or a little crazy, wait for the godlike build. It's going to be much worse and much bigger. The case I'm looking at, here's the thing. The Cooler Master HAF 700 Evo. That's the case that I want to get. And the problem is almost everything that I need for my computer build is here. Okay, Cooler Master, I doubt you're listening, but here's the thing. I'm going to have the motherboard, the processor, the RAM, all the water cooling components, all the RGBs, all the fans, literally every single thing I need to put the computer together except the case. The case is the only thing I'm missing. And I'm waiting for that damn Cooler Master case. The sooner it gets here, potentially the sooner I'll start streaming again, because basically what I kind of told myself was, one, the room has to be moved and taken care of, okay? And this is going to take me 3 or 4 more days or something, because I'm actually taking the time to dust everything, which is a real pain. And unfortunately, so far, 2 figures bit the dust. And they were 2 Lucky Star figures on that shelf up here that they fell off and they just shattered. So kind of sad, but thankfully they were really cheap ones, so I'm okay. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification button, guys. Oh, there's still a lot more to do and a lot more dusting and everything to get done. One last thing that I'm trying to decide what to do. Okay, maybe you guys can give me your input on it. There's one of 2 things, or maybe potentially both, that I'm going to end up doing, one of which is a potential green screen. I have a green screen. I have all the setup and lights and everything. I just don't use it. Not anymore. I was thinking, since a lot of this is going to be moved, is to put the green screen right along that and have something set up so that, like, while I'm streaming, I can just walk in front of the green screen, yell, scream, or rant, and then go back. It's a little bit more complicated than that. The setup isn't a problem. It's finding, like, the right microphone and setup and everything to work with all the other crap to do that. Another possibility I was thinking is setting something up right here, or something around in this general area, a gaming table for board games and such. So instead of, Friday night, board game night or something, we could have it down here and could actually stream it. Because I could put cameras up here, I could mount them on the little thing there, I could mount them over here somewhere, I can get a microphone to come down or whatever, and just, watch us play board games like, was it Game of Thrones, Risk, Settlers of Catan, Carcassonne, I hate that game, Terraforming Mars, a whole bunch of board games and such. So I was actually thinking of doing that too, but we'll see. Because, one, I have to keep it nice and cool down here with multiple people and multiple computers. And if the AC thing doesn't work all that well, then, having just me and 3 other people down here, this whole place will start warming up a little too much. But hey, if you guys got an idea, I'm more than happy to listen to it, because, the green screen thing seemed kind of nice. I actually tested it a little bit. And the board game thing is reasonable. It's possible, but we will see. This looks like a bigger space than what it actually is. So we'll have to kind of think about that one. But anyways, guys, I talked way too much. My back is killing me already. I didn't think I'd even be talking this much. But anyways, I'll catch you all in the next video.